Think about the process, how we can apply. I have told you that you just need to go to the analyze, you need to go regression, then you need to go the process, and you will find a dialog box like this. So what you need to do, you need to put your dependent variable in y variable. My dependent variable is project success over here because I have told you that I am using the following combination to let you know this example. So project success is my dependent variable, short term duration SDT is my independent variable, where my moderator is effective scheduling. So I am interested to know whether the impact of short duration training is moderator or change or become stronger or weaker using the effective scheduling. So I need to put these variable at their appropriate places. First of all, project success in y variable. Then I need to put short duration training in x variable. Then I need to put effective scheduling as my moderator. This is the first thing you need to do. Then you need to go to options and you need to click on generate code for visualization interaction. You need to verify decimal places in output is equal to 4. You need to click, if I am not wrong, I need to see, we need to click on all variable that define product because we are using the product. So click on it. You need to click on conditioning values like -1 st and mean +1 st. You need to click on Johnson name and output, and you need to click continue. You need to check whether these are unchecked or not. All the values should be unchecked. I will let you know when it should be used. It should be checked for the purpose of further specification. But right now we are not using categorical, we are using the continuous variable. So you need to select model number 1. I will let you know what does it mean. It may indicate 92 up to 92 models. Basically there is a file I will share with you, that is Hayes templates. The professor Dr. Hayes has provided a number of templates for this. So when you are using a simple moderation analysis with one continuous variable, you are at model 1. So that's why we are using model 1. So here you can see there is an option of model 1. So you need to verify if you have selected an incorrect model, your results will be shown with some error, or there or you will see a message of error in the estimation. So you need to select a correct model because we are doing a simple moderation analysis. So we will be using the model number 1. So after confirming all these, you need to click OK button. So when you click OK, you will have to wait for a couple of seconds because it will take some times to appear your output. So after the output will appear, I will let you know how to interpret your results of your simple moderation analysis, and how can you confirm whether your moderation is significant or it is changing the impact or not. So you can see the result has appeared like this. It is a very long results, but you need to understand different parts of it. Uh, I will share again the screen. I don't know why the internet is problematic today. Well, uh, I was letting you know that here we have used model 1. Our dependent variable is project success. Our independent variable is short duration training. Our moderating variable is effective scheduling. That is our moderating variable. Our sample is 456 observation. That is a huge observation. So we can have a better results or better estimate on it. First of all, you need to see the model summary. Here you can see your R. that is 0.9437. It means the correlation. Whenever you see simple r, it means the correlation between your independent moderating and your dependent variable. So it means the multi correlation. So there is a multi correlation, there is a strong positive multi correlation between your all variables. And this correlation is significant. Next, you can see the R square, which is 0.8906. It indicates that your dependent variable, which is project success, is about 89% variation in this variable, like the project success or the variation or 89% variation in the project success is basically explained by short duration training and your moderating variable, which is effective scheduling. So it is a very good indication. It is a very strong impact. Next, you can see the p-value in model summary. It indicates that your model is statistically fit because this value is less than 0.05. So whenever this value is less than 0.05, it means your model is statistically fit. Then you can see uh, the model where you can see the coefficient values, the t values, the p values, and you can also see the LLCI and ULCI values. So what does it mean? First, you need to ignore the constant and you need to see the coefficients of your independent variable and your interaction variable in order to verify whether the moderation impact is there or not. So you can see your short duration training, it is having a positive impact. And this positive impact is statistically significant, and it is highly significant because p value is less than 0.05 and your t value is greater than 1.96. So we can conclude over here that short duration training enhances or strongly enhances the project success. But our concern is whether effective scheduling can change the direction of or change the impact of short duration training or not. So here it is effective scheduling. The direct impact of effective scheduling is also positive, and it is also highly significant. You can see the t value, it is also greater than 1.96, while the p value is less than 0.05. So as a direct impact of effective scheduling, it is also enhancing the project success. But when we goes for an interaction impact or moderating impact, because in case of moderation we may have the product of independent variable and our moderating variable. So interaction effect, if you can see, it is showing a negative impact with t value greater than 1.96 and p value is less than 0.05. So what we can conclude? We can conclude, yes, there is a significant moderating impact. And if we want to conclude here whether this impact, this moderation basically increases the impact of independent variable or it is decreasing the impact of independent variable, we can see the negative sign over here. Uh, if the interaction term or your moderating term is shown with a negative sign, it means that the impact of independent variable on the dependent variable is basically decreasing. It decrease the impact. So I have told you, when we are discussing the moderating impact, we need to know that the impact either may increase or it may decrease or it may change the direction. So you can see, in other words, that it investigate whether the strength or direction of the relationship between IV and DV depends on the level of third variable. So in this case we can see that strength has changed because it has decreased the strength. If you can see here in the results, you can see the strength has changed. It has decreased the impact. So you can see over here there is a negative sign, but if this appears with a positive sign, it means the moderating variable has increased the impact of independent variable over dependent variable. So I hope you can understand this. So what further we can analyze over here? You can see by including the moderating impact, like interaction term is basically equal to STT multiply by ES. ES stand for effective scheduling, STT is short duration training. So by the product of this interaction term has been created. So whether the interaction term has significantly change your R square. Yes, you can see here the inclusion of interaction term has significantly changed the R square. If the p value of this table is less than 0.05, it means the R square has significantly changed by including the interaction term. But if this value is greater than 0.05, it means that the inclusion of your moderating variable may not have benefited the model. So in our case, as the p value is less than 0.05, so we can conclude over here the moderation impact is beneficial for our model because it has changed the R square. It has increased the R square because there is a positive. Sorry for interruption again, because there is a interruption from the internet uh, in my region. So if you feel worried about it, you need not to worry. Everything is being recorded and it will be provided to you. So I was discussing about how the R square change may let us know that the inclusion of moderating variable has benefited us or not. So you can see here the R square value has changed positively 0.0023, while it is also significant. The value of it is less than 0.05. So it means that it has benefited us. Next, if you can see the conditional effect of the focal predictor at values of moderator. So what does they mean? I would let you know through my slides. Uh, l- just just wait for the slides to open. I have included a lot of things over here. First of all, I have told you about the output. I have told you about the model summary. Just a minute. Yes. All right. I have told you about the model summary where you can see the R, which indicates the multiple correlation between IV, DV, and moderating. Then you need to see the R square, which indicates there is a high impact, which is a positive, strong impact, and it also indicates that 89% variation in your dependent variable is due to your IVs, which is SDT and ES, and your model is statistically fit. Then I have told you the impact of different variables, including the interaction variables. Then what next I was discussing? I was discussing about the test of higher order unconditional interaction, where I have told you if we want to verify whether the inclusion of moderating impact is benefiting us or not, you need to see the R square change and you need to see the p value of R square change. If the p value of R square change is less than 0.05, it means the inclusion of moderating variable in your model has basically benefited you. It has enhanced the R square. It has positively enhanced the R square. What next thing you need to see, that is the conditional effect of the focal predictor at values of moderator. You can see that uh, when the ES was negative, it was giving a p value, a p value is less than 0.05, and if your es becomes 0, it provides the same p value, and if it becomes positive, it will provide the same p value. It means the effect in case of negative interaction or low interaction, basically this negative sign of your independent variable indicates the low part of your interaction effect. So in case of low ES level or low effective scheduling level, the effect size is 0.6120, which is significant. But at high level of your ES, the effect size is 0.4908, and this effect is also significant. So these are basically the large effect level. I may have shared with you the effect size values. If not, then I will share you the table. Basically, if the effect size is less than 0.20, it may consider to be small effect. If it is 0, it means there is no impact. But if it is greater than 2.0, it may be either medium or it may be a large impact in case of 0.50 or greater than 0.50. So in our case, at the lower level of ES effect, the effect size is larger and it is significant. While in case of higher sides or higher level of ES, the effect size is 0.49. It means it is a medium size effect, so it is also significant. So what next we need to see over here? I told you that I would like to let you know what is Johnson-Neyman method. You need to understand what is Johnson-Neyman method. Johnson-Neyman method basically help you to elaborate. I have searched this concept on the internet, and I would like to share with you what this concept actually is. The Johnson-Neyman technique is a statistical method used in regression analysis to assess the significance of interaction between two variables. Specifically, it helps in identifying the region of a moderator variable where the effect of an independent variable on the dependent variable is statistically significant. So this provides you the range, the number of values where your moderating impact may be significant. So in all level of values, it is providing that in all level of values, your p value is less than 0.05. So you can see the effect size and different range level of effects. So last thing you need to understand is basically the statistical tool package. I have shared a file with you. If you see in your uh, files, I have shared with you example dataset file. I have shared with you process version 4.3 for SPSS, and I have also shared with you stats tool package. You need to open stats tool package. This is a software package which will show us the two-way interaction of our moderating impact. So how can we analyze the moderating impact using our graphical method? So I will let you know. It is very simple. You will see a number of boxes over here. You can see a number of different tabs over here. You need to click on two-way interaction. This is basically the required graph that we need to use over here. You need to click on it and you will find something like this. So what you need to do over here, you need to tell this function that what is your independent variable, what is your moderator, and what is your dependent variable. So you need to put the names over here. So if I can see my dependent variable was PS, I can see over here, I need to use the same name that I have used over here. So PS is my dependent variable, so I need to put PS over dependent variable like this. It is PS I need to put independent variable name, that is ES. Then I need to put the name of my moderator, which is, if I can see, no, SDT was our independent variable, SDT, and then ES was our moderator. So you need to put at first the name of your independent variables, then you need to put the coefficient values over here. You need to put the coefficient of your independent variable, which is SDT. So how can we find the coefficient value of SDT? You can see the coefficient value over here. Our independent variable is SDT. So we need to copy the coefficient value from here. Simply double click. Yes, you need to click and you need to copy the value from here. You need to put value and paste over here in front of independent variable. Then you need to put the coefficient value moderator. Moderator is basically ES. So you need to put the value of ES from here like this. Just copy this value and put this value in front of moderator, and then you need to put the interaction coefficient value. You can see here the value of interaction, this value. This is basically the interaction term value or your moderator value, moderator interaction. So copy just the interaction and you need to paste over here. Yes. Then there is a intercept or constant. By default, some of the researcher preferred the value 3, which is by default, but I would suggest you that you need to use the constant value over here, that is 3.5136. I prefer to use the estimated constant value rather than using the already by default giving value. That would be slightly different. So it will shape up your graph, and it will also let you know whether your ES as a moderator increasing the positive impact or it is decreasing the positive impact of your independent variable. So you can see that the impact of ES basically dampens the positive relationship between SDT and PS. So we can say that the impact of SDT is decreasing on PS due to the inclusion of our moderator. So you can see there is a steeper line, there is a flatter line. The steeper line is relevant to high ES value. So as well as the ES value increases, it's become steeper, and as well as the ES value becomes lower, it becomes flatter. So it means by increasing the ES value, we can dampen the positive relationship between SDT and PS. So simply you can copy this graph and you can paste in your output, and whatever you want to copy from here, you just need to copy this table from here, and you need to put this table into your output file, like your Word file. You need to put your model summary from here, and you need to put over here. You can also need to put your test of highest order unconditional interaction, which will show that the impact is significant in terms of R square. You can also put this, but it is not normally necessary in publishable document. So you simply need three things. You need to put it in your document. You need to put this model in your document, and you need to put model summary in your document. That is more than enough. You don't need to show these. However, if you are working on some thesis, like some of you are doing their MPhil research or PhD research, they need to show also these values. So in order to make a detailed analysis of your data. So this is how you can interpret your values. If you are clear about this process, can we proceed further? Or if you may have a question, or if you want some break, like 10 minutes break, or you want to analyze your data by yourself, please let me know so that I can proceed further. We have a lot of options. We can proceed further. We can take 10 minutes break where you can analyze your data using this procedure. Okay, the people want I should proceed further. Okay, well, this was our first case with the simple moderation. And let me remind you what we have analyzed, what type of data we were using. We were using example one to analyze a simple moderation with continuous data. When we have continuous data as a moderator, and we have continuous data in our independent variable, dependent variable, in case of simple moderation, we can analyze the data in the same way that I have done here. So we have a lot of other cases over here that we need to analyze. For example, what are the other cases of simple moderation, or what situation you can deal with if you are using simple moderation? You can do the same procedure with one categorical moderator. Sometimes your moderator may becomes categorical. It means it may have two categories, or it may have three categories, or it may have greater than two categories. So it becomes the categorical moderator. So there is a slightest change in the option settings and in interpretation when you are using the categorical moderator. Then we may have a procedure with two continuous moderators. So if we are using two continuous moderator, then what we need to do? I would like to elaborate simple moderation with one categorical moderator. Previously, what we discussed was the continuous categorical variable. The previous procedure was basically with one continuous moderator. So here the effective scheduling was moderator and it was continuous. Now we are going to use a moderator with the categorical moderator. So how can we analyze such data where your moderator become categorical? Here you need to understand that whenever you are using multiple categories in your variable, as I have explained you in my previous sessions of different cases of regression, that whenever you are using a variable with multiple categories, especially in case of independent variable, you may need to create some dummy variables. If you Again, the interruption was there. I need to share the slides again. All right, I was letting you know that when we are using the moderator as a categorical variable, we need to understand that how many categories of a variable must have some dummy variable, less one category. If we have three categories, we need to use two dummy variable. If we have four categories, we need to use three dummy variables. So always consider one category as a reference category in case of your categorical moderator. So you can see the conceptual diagram will be placed in the same way as we have done in our model one, while the statistical diagram will be placed like this. So how do we analyze such data? First of all, we need to understand the scenario, that what scenario will be applicable over here, and how can we understand that our moderating variable would be categorical. So let's we have the following combination of variable, like our dependent variable is project success, which is continuous, and in the same way our independent variable is short duration training, which is also continuous. Let's we have a moderator employment type that is categorical. It has three categories: temporary, fixed contract, and permanent. And remember uh, that you need to consider one category as a reference category, and the remaining category need to be dummy variables. So here we have three categories. It means we need to create two dummy variables, and we need to consider one category as a reference category. So if we are considering temporary as a reference category, we need to create a dummy variable on the basis of fixed contract and permanent contract. First dummy variable would be on fixed contract, the second variable would be on permanent contract. Similarly, if we are considering permanent as a reference category, we need to create two dummy variable on the basis of temporary and fixed contract. So this is how the whole idea works. So in this case, what we need to understand here is the impact of short duration training on project success is significantly moderated by the employment type. Is the different employment types changes the impact of short duration training on project success, or it significantly moderate the impact of short duration training on project success. If a person is a temporary employee, whether the short duration training impact on project success will be different from the other two categories. So there are a lot of concerns that we need to do. So what we need to do, we go to the analyze, we go to regression, we go to process version 4.2 by Andrew F. Hayes. We need to put our dependent variable on y variable category. We need to put our independent variable on x variable category. We need to put our categorical moderators as a moderator variable w category. And what changes we need to do over here, when we select the option button from here, we need to select generate code for visualizing interaction. We need to click only continuous variable that define product. It means it will analyze the continuous variable that define product. In previously we have selected other options, and from here conditioning variable you need to select 16, 15 and 84 percentile, and you don't need to select the Johnson's name and output. Then you need to click continue. The other thing that you need to do is you need to select basically, if you see the previous file, you have an option. There is another button which is name is multi-categorical. So after checking the points, necessary points from option, you need to click on multi-categorical. So what will the multi-categorical box will show you like this. So as our moderating variable is multi-categorical, so we need to check this box and we need to select indicator button from here. And then we need to click on continue. Then the output file looks like this. So I will show you the whole procedure through live demonstration over here. You go to analyze, you go to regression, process by Hayes. You have to put your y variable over here, you have to put your x variable here, and we need to change our moderating variable. And as a understanding, we have selected employment. Uh, Always remember that the number of characteristics in a variable must be less than 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 characteristic in this variable. So we need to shorten the name of this variable. Otherwise, it will give you some error. Like for example, if I run this, or if I include this over here, and I select the option as per needed like this, and like multi-categorical like this, and click continue. Model number 1, yes, still it is 1, and I click OK. You need to see what will happen in the results. Just wait for a while and you will see what will happen with the results. It is running the matrix, you can see over here, and yes, this option, this error has appeared. it shows that variable name should be no more than 8 characters in length. So I have told you the reason why it will show you some error. So you need to change the number of characteristic in employment. You simply write it emp hyphen type. If we count it, it is less than 8. So it is okay. You can do it. Now what you need to do, you go to analyze regression process by Hayes. You have put it over here, and all the options, yes, okay. In options you have selected the required. All right, you just need to check the model number. It is still 1 because we are using the simple moderation. So just click OK button and you will see the results. Just wait for a couple of seconds because it takes some time to run the Hayes process. So here it is. You can see the results. So how can we interpret these results? I will elaborate all these results from my presentation slides, that how can we interpret and what is the difference between the interpretation of categorical moderator and a continuous moderator. There is a slight difference, but you need to understand, and I hope you will understand how will these results different from the previous one. So whenever you see the results of your moderation analysis or simple moderation analysis with a categorical categorical moderating variable, you need to understand that how much are the category. There is always a reference category and 2 dummy categories. So you can see model 1, your dependent variable is PS, your independent variable is SGT, your moderating variable is employment type, the sample size is 456, and you are seeing the coding of categorical W variable for analysis. You can see employment type here, you can see W1 and W2. Basically, W1 and W2 are the categorical variable that his process has automatically generated. So what does they mean? It means if we are considering the first category of employment type,